Welcome back to another chatty video. I thought this one could just be kind of fun, chit chat. Don't really have like a specific flow planned for this video. I want to talk about 2025 goals or resolutions because I always feel like it's fun to start goal planning at the beginning of the year. It kind of gives you something to look forward to after the post-holiday slump, to kind of get you back in the spirit, back in the groove for things. It's gonna be kind of just chatty. So, New Year's resolutions, goals. I think my first goal is to have this baby and recover and heal smoothly. That's what I'm hoping. It's a goal. Obviously, there's a lot of factors with birth you cannot control, but I'm just like hoping for an easy, smooth delivery. That's like my first one. I'm hoping he decides he's going to come in January. His due date's not till February, but I'm tired. I'm so tired. I don't know if any of you have been pregnant lately, but being pregnant and chasing a toddler, it's hard. It's rough. People said it would be rough, but I didn't believe them. And I don't know why I didn't. I think because with my first pregnancy, I was like, oh, my third trimester was great with my first pregnancy. And I say that knowing full well in my third trimester with my first pregnancy, I was fainting like once a week, like in the floor, like, So I was like, oh, this one, I'll be fine. I haven't fainted, but I will say I'm tired. My back hurts. Everything hurts. Okay, so let's just hope I get through it. That's my first goal. Get through it. Get through pregnancy. Get through birth. Another thing I've been really interested in is learning how to sew. If you watched my last video on my 2025 no buy or things I'm buying less of, I talked about how I wanted to buy less fast fashion. So obviously in tandem to that, my goal is learning to sew. I've actually not been more excited to learn something in a really long time. I don't know. Something about it lately has just really sparked an interest for me because I feel like I'm at a place in my life where I just want better quality clothes. And I'm having a hard time finding that at an affordable price. I think we're all in a stage in life in our economy where we need to find ways to be frugal. And I think for us, it starts with some of the things that we're doing at home, just trying to be less wasteful, use things as many times as you can. Really love to learn how to reuse old cloth, be able to go to the thrift store and find a cool bed sheet or something and turn it into something. That sounds like so much fun. So learning how to sew. I've been following a lot of sewists on YouTube for the last couple of weeks. Just trying to get a little more educated about it before I start spending money on actually doing it, because that's the hard part with any new thing you get into is okay, how much money do I invest in this? Because what if I try to get into it and then I hate it or I'm really bad at it? Another goal of mine is to make more YouTube content. I have found a new love for YouTube, and not even just for a long time, I followed commentary YouTube, and I still enjoy commentary YouTube. It's probably the main thing on my feed most of the time, but just a new passion for creators on here who cook, who sew, who do pottery, who do crafts. We're just finding ways to enjoy life outside of consumerism and being bullies on the internet, I guess. Not that commentary channels are bullies. I think a lot of commentaries have good points, but there's also a lot of bullies on the internet. Ever since I deleted Facebook and Instagram from my phone, I have been so much more productive and so much more excited about life. And I've also stopped scrolling TikTok as much. That's another goal for 2025, is to just be online less on short form content. I want to make content and be on YouTube, but I really don't want to absorb it as much as I have been the previous years. There's just too many things going on in my life that are too important. I'm about to have my second baby, and I want both my kids to feel my attention and focus and love, and know that everything that I'm doing in this space is to benefit them and also to benefit myself and have fun. Just show them that creativity comes in so many different forms, and there's so many outlets you can do. Don't involve being on a screen all day, which is ironic because you're probably watching this on a screen. But this only takes about 30-40 minutes in my day to sit down and film this. So that's what's kind of nice about it. Another goal I have is to travel more this year. I'm going to be so honest when I say my postpartum anxiety with my first baby was quite a lot. I didn't enjoy traveling with him because I was always just so worried about him. always. And here's the thing, I'm going to give myself some grace because that first year with a new baby is really tough. It's a really hard transition. I feel like I could make a whole different video just talking about that. So I'm trying to give myself some grace with this second baby because who knows, I could be right back in that place of being anxious and not wanting to travel again. But I'm really hoping that's not the case now that we've kind of traveled with our first a lot. And even at a really rough age, which was 18 months, I do not recommend traveling with your kid at 18 months, but I will say, like, I don't think it could go much worse from that trip. You know what I mean? So, like, I want to try to embrace traveling a little bit more this year, taking both our kids to go do fun things and ourselves and get ourselves out of the house. I don't think my husband took a day off of PTO for like 9 months straight. Like, that's not healthy. He needs to take a day off of work. And being a dad, he's a very active dad as well. So like, he gets off work and he's straight in dad mode, and he also works from home. So it's like he's kind of toggles both brains all day long. And so I really feel for him in that aspect, that he doesn't get the same break that I do when he's at home. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do better about giving him more of that time and letting him have him time and finding the balance there, because we definitely were not good about it this last year. Neither one of us took enough time for ourselves. That's another goal, is we need to take more time for ourselves and our relationship. I feel like we only did like 6 date nights all year. Like, we need to do better. We need to do better. At least like 1 date night per month away from the kids. The thing is, we really enjoy our kids. Like, we like taking, I say kids, I'm pregnant. We haven't met this one yet. But we really enjoy our kid. We like taking him places. We love to do things together as a family. And so I think sometimes that puts me and him and our relationship on the back burner because we want to experience those things with our kiddo. I think we need to be a little more intentional this year about doing that. I'm just chatting, okay? We're just yapping. My kiddo is awake from his nap, so I probably only have about 5 more minutes before he starts yelling at me to come get him. The next thing I think I want to spend more time doing is cooking at home, because this 2024 wasn't the best because I was pregnant and I was dying for 3 months out of the year. Like, absolutely could not keep down anything I ate for 3 months. So we kind of got into a bad habit of just like eating out. And that's another thing too, because I have food aversions. I still do up to this point in pregnancy. I still have food aversions. So it's honestly been kind of hard to like meal plan and cook at home, because I'll have a day where I'm like planning to cook something, and that day that meal just sounds terrible, or I have zero energy to actually cook it. So yeah, once I'm not pregnant anymore, usually that gets a lot better and I'm able to like meal plan and actually eat the meals I have planned for that day. We're going to try to get back into that and be a little bit better about eating at home. We used to do really good. We'd eat out maybe like once a week, and out, not even saying like a restaurant, like we'd go get fast food maybe once a week and then a restaurant every 2 weeks. So I'd really like to get back to that because we just felt so much better and less tired and lethargic. So that would be awesome. I don't know, what are some recipes you guys really like? I have been loving using our crock pot lately. I don't know why I ever forgot about my crock pot. I did for a long time. And then I was like, I should have been using this more. I have something in the crock pot right now. It's chicken tortilla soup. I feel like I've finally, over a couple years, perfected the way I like to cook it, because there was a time where I was like, it's really good. And then there was a time where I was like, I can't get this thing to have any flavor. And then I started making it in our crock pot in the slow cooker. It tastes so much better. It's like all the flavors really just meld together. I really think slow cooking is just the way to cook some stuff, you know what I mean? Especially soups. Speaking of which, we smoked our turkey for Thanksgiving this last year. Best turkey we've made for Thanksgiving ever, hands down. Like, we usually make it in the oven and I always hate it. It always comes out dry. I can never figure out why it gets so dry in the oven. I don't know. And because we just live in a super dry climate, I'm not sure. Anyways, we smoked the turkey. So good. And if you have not tried the Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning, oh, you need to. So I put some of that on the outside with like maple syrup and butter on the skin and stuff. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. I love Cajun seasoning. Okay, we put it on our fries, put it on our chicken, we put it on our turkey. It's delicious. I think that's it for my 2025 goals and resolutions. I wouldn't say it's like, I'm not putting a hard stop on anything. Oh, I also want to exercise more. and like go to yoga classes more and Pilates, because I really enjoy yoga and Pilates classes. So I'd love to make time to go do that. And the studio's literally like 5 minutes from my house, if that, maybe even shorter, 3 minutes. And it's just a really great way to get out of the house and see adult faces. So yeah, this is honestly just a chatty resolution and goals video. What are your resolutions and goals for 2025? I would love to hear them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.